In my family growing up, we only had 3 flavors. Yeah, just 3. There was fatty, okay, salty, and needs salt. Yes. The internet knows I'm 50. Oh, yeah. The pop-up ads have changed drastically. Yeah, it's like, need reading glasses? Have lower back pain? Are you peeing all the time? I'm like, yes, kind of, you know. And last week, one popped up and it said, will you be able to retire early? Try our retirement calculator to find out. So I bit. I did the retirement calculator, and it spit out its results. And actually, it was very interesting to look at. It showed me that the sooner I want to retire, the more I got to do to make that happen, like exponentially more, right? So for example, it said, if I want to retire at age 60, I need to find a way to save an extra $1,000 a month. But then it said, if I want to retire at age 55, I need to find a way to save an extra $7,000 a month. And then it said, if I want to retire this year, I need to find a way to die next year. About Twitter. I have a weird situation with Twitter. All right, here's what it is. I have a Twitter account, but I never send any tweets. But here's the weird part. There are still tweets sent from my account. And you're like, what? Let me explain what's going on. I work at a software company, and I'm one of our senior guys, so the marketing department has access to my account, and they send out tweets on my behalf, like announcing events coming up or saying smart-sounding things about our industry, stuff like that. And I agreed to it. The problem is, most of the people in the marketing department are like 24 years old. So I feel like sometimes the tweets they send out on my behalf are not quite in my voice, you know? Like last week, they sent out a tweet from me that said, hey, bruh, our software conference is going to be lit. You're going to be big mad and down bad if you don't pull up. Bruh, no cap. See, that's just not my voice. But yeah, my mom is 80, and she lives in Florida. And, I go to visit her from time to time. The last time I visited her was about 5 or 6 months ago. And usually, when I visit her, she picks me up at the airport. But this time, my flight was scheduled to get in real late at night. So she called me the day before, and she was like, Neal, you know I like to pick you up at the airport. You know I do. But I'm 80 now. And I just don't trust myself anymore to stay awake on the road late at night. So I don't think it's that safe for me to pick you up. However, I know this guy that does airport runs. I could arrange to have him pick you up. I think that would be much safer. Is it okay if I do that? And I said, yeah, sure, Mom. That's fine. I mean, you're 80 now. Makes sense. No problem. So anyway, the next day, I arrive there. The guy picks me up. We start talking. Turns out he's 78. Yeah, but really, when a hurricane hits for that week or two after, the handy guys become like the supreme leaders of the neighborhood, and I become their little errand boy. Because I'm useless, you know? I run up to them like, hey guys, I don't know how to do anything, can I help? They're like, oh, Neal, you know, they just send me off to get them things, you know? Like I'll run into Home Depot with a note pinned to my shirt, you know? I'm like, excuse me, do you have any wood? Oh, it's probably wood. Do you sell wood here? I've never been here. Yeah, I don't know. It's humiliating. I remember one time, one of the handy guys was like, hey, Neal, listen, we need a sledgehammer. Run down to Sam's house and borrow a sledgehammer. I'm like, all right, cool. So I ran down to Sam's house. I was like, hey, Sam, we need to borrow a sledgehammer. And he was like, yeah, sure, Neal. You can borrow a sledgehammer. What size do you need? I was like, you have more than one, Sam? You know? He's like, yes, I have a whole set of sledgehammers. What size do you need? And I was like, what size sledgehammer? Venti? Grande? No idea what I'm talking about, Sam. My wife and I, we're trying to find ways to save money. But it's really hard because she loves to buy stuff. Like, a lot, you know? And I try to stop her, but it's difficult, you know? Because we'll be out, And she'll be like, look, Neal, these shoes are 10% off. I'm like, yeah, honey, but they're still 90% on.